Hey everybody, it's Travis, Xanovia Sense, bringing you a new type of video. My wife and I are avid Game of Thrones fans. We both watch the shows. My wife's read about half of the books, and I've read the entire Song of Ice and Fire series a couple times, including the World of Ice and Fire. Hell, I even got maps and stuff on my walls in my living rooms. I'm a bit of a nerd. As you saw in my last book, or my last video, I got a new Boston Terrier. His name is Egg, like Aegon. Anyway, so here we go. My wife and I got the idea of, hey, let's create a list scenting the characters of the show. I thought it was a great idea. I don't think anybody's done anything like that, so I figured, hey, let's give it a whirl. So the house that we did first was House Stark. We basically did some of the characters, no spoilers here, but some of the characters are no longer with us. Please don't post spoilers and stuff in the comments. I beg you. I absolutely hate that shit, and I'll have to delete your comments. But basically this. We scented the House of Stark, so let's get on with it. The first member of the House of Stark that we decided to scent would be Ned Stark, Eddard Stark, the Warden of the North. This would be from the House of Amouage, Memoir Man. Memoir Man is a dark, smoky, tobacco-y, woodsy fragrance. It just smelled rugged, manly, something like Ned. Very, very strong woods and smoke. It just smelled like what we thought Ned Stark would probably smell like, and that's from the House of Amouage. Again, Ned Stark, Memoir Man. The next fragrance that we had was for Catelyn Stark, originally Catelyn Tully, who is not a follower of the old gods, and it tells in her scent. From the House of Serge Luton, Catelyn Stark's fragrance was Fille and Ngui, Girl in the Leaves. This is a beautiful, smoky, pine resin type scent. Very woodsy. You get a nice pine, evergreen scent. But it also has church incense, which is like the hints from, still being a follower of the Seven. This is a great unisex fragrance. Get your nose on this if you have not. Great unisex fragrance. I used to wear this often, but since my wife started wearing it, oh God, she smells so good in this. So ladies, get a sample of this. See what your man thinks. I'm telling you, he's going to like it. And that's Catelyn Tully, Serge Luton's Fille and Ngui. The next fragrance we have would be for the King of the North, Robb Stark. The eldest true-born son of the Stark family, and that would be Eau de Beau from L'Occitane. L'Occitane's Eau de Beau is a beautiful scent that smells way more expensive than it actually is. You get a very nice cypress, smoky vanilla when it comes to this fragrance. It smells woodsy, manly, rugged, but it still has a nice vanilla scent in there too. This was the first thing that came to mind when I thought of Robb Stark, Eau de Beau from the House of L'Occitane. All right, next fragrance we have is for the bastard son of the Stark family. That would be Jon Snow. Up on the wall, Jon Snow would smell like, from the House of Armani and the Privé line, Myrrh Imperial. Myrrh Imperial is a beautiful, smoky myrrh with a beautiful vanilla, mysterious, dark, wonderful fragrance. I wore the shit out of it this past winter, and I've even worn it on some cold nights this spring. Good stuff. Guys, get your nose on it if you haven't. Myrrh Imperial from the House of Armani and the Privé line, the scent of Jon Snow, in my humble opinion. Okay, next we have next we have the eldest daughter of the Stark family, and that would be Sansa Stark. And from the House of Creed, I believe it's like an exclusive line, I only have a sample of this, or a decant of this, and this is Jardin d'Amalfi. Jardin d'Amalfi is a very beautiful fragrance with a sweet sugared lemon scent in the beginning. Sand Center lemon cakes right there. Very expensive smelling, great fragrance. You also have some flowers. Of course, you have your ambergris like normal. Smells regal, smells very feminine. When my wife wears it, I mean, it is spot on feminine. But that was the fragrance. My wife said immediately that's what Sansa would smell like, and I tend to agree. Jardin d'Amalfi from the House of Creed. All right, from the... I was about to tell you the house. For the more wild, darker sister in the Stark family, we're talking about Arya, of course. We went with a fragrance from the House of Imaginary Authors, Josh Meyer's Cape Heartache. This is a very nice, earthy, yet piney, pine resin, fir-based fragrance, but it also still has this strawberry note, which still gives it this youthfulness to it. Beautiful fragrance from the House of Imaginary Authors. Arya, I definitely could see that because it still has that scent that you're going to get from a Stark with the evergreens and pines and kind of dark, smokier type scents. But then you still have this sweet strawberry scent in the background that still lets you know she's still young. Even if she's, gone places. So that again is the House of Imaginary Authors, Cape Heartache for Arya Stark. Next we have one of the two young boys. Just to give you guys a heads up, we did not do a scent for Rickon. Because of his age, I really couldn't peg anything that I think he would wear. I mean, when you think of very small children, you usually don't think of scents. And plus, I mean, he's kind of feral, a little off, a little wild. So we didn't actually scent Rickon, but we did scent the other boy. Brandon Stark, north of the wall now. I'm not trying to get spoilery or anything, but this was the fragrance that we came with, and it's a younger fragrance, but still has, a depth to it. And it's from the House of Terry Mugler. It is Pure Wood. The reason why we went with this fragrance, Pure Weir Wood. Oh, did I say that? Pure Wood is because it still has vanilla. It still has, that Terry Mugler young, playful DNA, but yet it also still has this nice oak, strong wood scent. Almost like you'd be embedded in a tree. Really, really good smelling stuff. And, Brandon Stark. I kind of like that for him. So we have Amen's Pure Wood for Brandon Stark. Pure Weirwood. Pure Wood. And that is the Stark family. We also do have a bit of a bonus, though. There was one member of the Stark family early on that was there because he was a hostage. He's no longer a member of the Stark family. Question on whether or not if he's even a man at this point. But we have Theon Greyjoy. And we figured that we would throw him in as like a bonus since he was so close to the Starks and was with the Starks for quite some time. So for that, we actually went back to the House of Imaginary Authors. And we went with the newest release, I believe, from the House of Imaginary Authors, Every Storm a Serenade. Evergreens, beautiful evergreens, but yet you got the sea, just like the Greyjoys. You have this beautiful piney scent, but you have this clean, crisp ocean air blowing into the woods, into that pine forest. That is a beautiful fragrance from the House of Imaginary Author. Josh Meyer did an incredible job with that scent. So again, Theon Greyjoy, my wife and I believed would be Every Storm a Serenade. Beautiful fragrance. Get your nose on it if you have not. So this is House Stark. And one member of the Greyjoy family that was attached to House Stark for a long time. Do you guys have some ideas on what you think these people would smell like? Do you not agree with our list? Leave it in the comments down below. We'd love to hear, what other people think. Hey, I don't think Jon Snow would smell like Mer Imperial. I think he would smell like X. Let us know. That would be great. I think it would be a lot of fun to get that kind of back and forth in the comments. Everybody else could even, talk about it too. So again, this is House Stark. Game of Thrones starts this Sunday. Everybody, I hope if you're watching the show, and I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you're not, I'm sure you can't wait either. Good stuff. Thanks again. This is Travis from Xanovia Sense signing off. More lists like this are to come. We did many more. So have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.